It was much anticipated. It is now underway. The fight for Marjah. Thousands of U.S. Marines, British troops, and Afghan army soldiers were airlifted into the town before dawn on Saturday. They flew to avoid minefields and roadside bombs the Taliban are believed to have planted.
A lot of IEDs. That's the primary threat. Varying reports on what the enemy actually looks like within the district. But I'm expecting some fairly significant resistance, especially within the first few days that we go in.
The international force has been preparing for the operation for some time. They believe up to 1,000 fighters could be in Marjah. A government source told Al Jazeera the Taliban are putting up a fight and troops are facing what he called unexpected resistance on the ground. Commanders had hoped that by publicizing the operation, it would give time for civilians to leave and the fighters would surrender. The Taliban, however, says it won't. The Afghan army will be playing a major role in the offensive. Unlike previous operations, this time the force had reportedly been involved in its planning. It will be a test for an army the international community eventually wants to take over security responsibility. The message of the operation: the Afghan government plans to expand its security control and regain its influence in the area. That is according to General Stanley McChrystal, the head of the international forces in Afghanistan. But the fear is the operation could backfire if there is a high number of civilian casualties. And the people of Marjah are scared that they will be caught in the crossfire. Hundreds of families have fled the area to the provincial capital, Lashkar, at least those who were able to.
The Taliban don't allow families to leave. Families can only leave the village secretly.
We were not allowed to come here. We haven't brought any of our belongings. We just tried to take ourselves out of there. 3 of my sons are still in the village, and the other 3 have come with me.
Clearing Marjah from the Taliban would allow civilians to move freely and bring about economic development. That is what the Afghan government promised. It said its forces would hold the territory, and that is when many feel the real battle will be, after the guns have fallen silent.